Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Pyro in Grand Theft Auto Online. I have not customized this plane on the channel before, and I'm actually pretty excited to get into this. So we're going to waste no time and go ahead and hop right into the workshop. So to start off with the armor, we're going to go all the way up on this. For the countermeasures, I think that we're probably going to go for chaff. I've heard that chaff is kind of the thing to do, so we'll go for that. For the engine, we are going to upgrade that all the way. For the handling, we can go smooth, sport, or race on this thing, or of course stock. We're going to go for race handling because I think that is probably going to suit this plane the best. I have heard that this is one of the best planes to dogfight in Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know personally. I have not used it for dogfighting thus far, but maybe we'll have to see. So we got race handling on this thing. Now for the livery, we have quite a few different liveries. We have the Arthur Squad, the Royal Takeoff livery, the Griffin Fighter, the Blizzard Force, the Gray State, the Ice Phantom. Ooh, that's kind of cool. We also have the Crimson Fleet, we have the Skyhawk, the Emerald Phantom, the Stealth State, and back to none. I honestly really like the stock livery on this plane. However, I do kind of want to change it up. I would not mind going for the Crimson Fleet. I do like the look of that livery, so we're gonna actually go for that one. For the respray of this plane, I am actually kind of tempted to do my crew color, honestly. Let's actually do it for the primary, and then for the secondary color, what does this really like affect? I don't really see. Okay, so maybe we go for, actually, you know, I want to try a black as the primary as well, just to see what kind of goes on. Okay, so really the color doesn't matter. It's not something that you can actually see on the plane. So let's just keep the primary as the crew color and the secondary as black. Now we can add homing missiles onto this plane. We're gonna go ahead and do that for another $195,000. Of course, this plane is on discount when I'm recording this, so if you guys are interested, if you do see some stuff that you like, now is certainly the time to pick up the Pyro. All right, guys, so here we are outside. The Pyro is a jet plane. I actually didn't really, I don't know why I didn't know that. It's definitely not a propeller plane. I definitely didn't think it was. I honestly don't know what I thought propelled this thing, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start taking off here. I'm gonna put up the landing gear right away. This plane, I can tell you right off the bat, is quite responsive. I am actually really liking the overall handling of the plane. Now, obviously, I think that the snowy weather is kind of affecting how good this plane actually is, you know, kind of handling and stuff like that. The plane also, I am noticing when I just kind of let go and I don't control it, it does tend to start wanting to go down towards the ground, it seems like. At least it was seeming like that. I'm not sure if that is actually the case. Maybe that was just some turbulence or something like that. The plane itself is not very fast, I don't think. I don't know, it doesn't really feel that quick. I don't think that it would really rival something like the Hydra or the Laser. I do feel like it is a lot slower than both of those two planes, despite it being, you know, jet propulsion and everything like that. So that is a little bit unfortunate, but I have heard people say that this thing is really good for dogfighting, and I can kind of see what they're talking about. It does seem like because of its slower speed, it is extremely responsive. Like, you can, you know, turn this thing on a dime, which is pretty crazy. It's not often you see a plane that's this maneuverable in Grand Theft Auto Online, I don't think. It does feel really, really good, I have to say. I am pretty impressed with the overall ability of the plane, I would say. So that is good. Now, it does have these front-mounted machine guns, which they are spaced out quite far apart. So I feel like they're not going to be super effective for, like, I don't know, hitting ground targets, for example. I'm almost regretting choosing the race handling on a side note. I think it's almost making this plane like too responsive. I think I killed the guy in that Jeep because he just completely lost it right there. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, the machine guns, they don't seem like they're super effective. Obviously it's kind of hard for me to tell. Maybe I'll actually just pop down the landing gear here because I do want to see if these machine guns are actually, you know, very good. Oh, okay, there's Dubsta. Okay, let's just, yeah, we'll use this guy as our kind of guinea pig. Oh wow, they are actually really good. I already lit that car on fire, and I wasn't shooting anything that was, you know, very crucial. It is actually pretty effective, I would say. Oh, that Jeep's gonna blow up. Okay, these machine guns are actually a lot better than I was expecting. So I can kind of see why people say this thing might be good for dogfighting, because I would assume it's because the machine guns do a pretty hefty amount of damage. At least that's what it seems like. So that kind of makes a lot of sense. And then of course it does have homing missiles that are equipable for 195 grand, like you guys saw right there in the workshop. I feel like it's honestly not a bad price for homing missiles. Like, I feel like they're usually more, if I'm not mistaken. It also does appear that these homing missiles are completely spammable as well, which is pretty nice. So for doing missions and stuff like that, or fighting, you know, people who you can lock onto, you know, jets and cars and things like that, the homing missiles seem like they are probably pretty effective. So, you know, that is another good feature about the Pyro. I do like the livery options for this thing. I do like how it handles. I do like the weaponry that comes with the plane as well. Overall, I feel like it is a pretty solid plane. It's very maneuverable, all of that sort of stuff. The only real complaint that I have is to do with the speed, but obviously the speed being a little bit lower, I think, is what gives the Pyro its ability to, you know, be so maneuverable and you know, be an effective dogfighter in GTA. I have heard a lot of people say that this is one of the best dogfighters in the entire game. I think the Pyro, typically people rank it as the second best dogfighter after the Starling, and I think the only reason the Starling is kind of ahead of the Pyro is because it has the rocket booster, which you can like activate. So when you do want the Starling to be a little bit quicker, you can make it a little bit faster, but when you want it to be very maneuverable and everything for actually dogfighting, you can, you know, have the plane be a little bit slower and then, you know, speed it up when you want to. So I can kind of see why the Starling might be a little bit better than the Pyro. We're gonna have to do a review on the Starling at some point in the near future, and check out that plane and see how good it is, you know, kind of in comparison to the Pyro. But I have to say, guys, I am pretty impressed with the Pyro. The only thing is with this plane, it is very, very expensive. I believe this thing on discount right now, I just bought it for $3.1 million without the trade price. And I think with the trade price, it's like $2.4 million or something like that. So not exactly a very cheap plane, no matter how you slice it. Even if you manage to do the air freight cargo steel missions to get the trade price, it is still a relatively expensive plane. So just keep that in mind. I do think that for that price, you do get one of the better dogfighting planes in the entire game for sure. So, you know, there is something to be said for that, I guess. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the Pyro customization and review in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated, if not dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.